everybody. Happy Saturday here. I'm Kathy, creator of Gnoggintoppers. Welcome to my overstuffed yarn stash room. Oh, I'm so glad you're here today. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're new, oh, I'm so glad you're here. I hope you find some inspiration and a chuckle now and then. I'm very excited to show you the last few items I've made for my craft show. I've made sea turtles, a stingray that I'm absolutely in love with, and some hanging car cherries, I guess you call them. Yeah, the car's packed. I'm ready to go. It's not too long now. I also have a mini yarn haul. I did go to a garage sale as well. So I just wanted to check in and give you the 411 on how things are going preparation-wise and all that. I've had a great week. I hope you have too. I've really enjoyed getting ready for this craft sale. It's been pretty relaxed. If you hear crunching, that's my dog. She's chewing on a bone. So that's a good piece of news, I suppose, but I just wanted to share it with you because it's much more enjoyable if you're not, you know, really stressed about it. And one good piece of information I've heard from a couple of people is, you know, don't stay up all night the night before or whatever trying to make things, because they're the things that never sell. And I've done that, and you know, so far that's kind of been true for me too. So I've really tried to make things this time that I enjoy and have had curiosity about. Also, I have a 6-foot table. That's tiny. So I'll try to take some pictures and show you the setup. I am very excited, first off, because I ordered business cards and stickers, and I was pretty confident they'd come in before the sale, but they did. So I just wanted to show you. There's my card. Isn't that lovely? I've made those little pieces at the bottom of the card, and I had someone design the logo. And on the back I have my QR codes so far. And then my stickers are just like that. Isn't that a riot? I love stickers, and I know kids like stickers, and you know, even if they don't buy anything or whatever, if they're real good and all that, I like to give them a little something. So anyway, I got those all ready to roll. And it was a really easy process. I just went to my UPS store. I've dealt with them for over 20 years. Yeah. So now, the next thing I want to show you, and this might be a little crazy, but we'll just get this out of the way because it's huge. You ever get a pattern, free or otherwise, and the maker will have on it, you know, don't sell this product, and of course don't share the pattern, or if you're going to sell the product, you know, give me credit for it. So I made just a little display thing, and I know it's crummy writing. I'm not the best at this. I really wanted to have my UPS people print it up for me, but I ran out of time. But I just wanted a little thank you board thanking as many of the makers as I could remember. I think I got pretty close to everybody. You know, giving them a little credit if anybody wants to read that. So let's see, what's next? Oh, I guess I'll start with the alligator in the room. So I have made this, I think this is May Makes or May Creates. Let me check the board. May Crochets. I've made this before. I did this for a gift for a girlfriend of mine one time, and I just had to show you these. This is the easiest, most satisfying pattern. I love this pattern. So I made a whole bunch of, no, a whole bunch. I made 2 for the show. I might make one more tonight. I've kept this for myself because I ran out of the reds, so they're 2 tones, but I'm happy to have one. And I just want to highlight my alligator or crocodile, I'm not sure. I went to an estate sale, and I don't know, they're not always the happiest, and this one was real uncomfortable because the husband was there. It was just his wife. Oh, it was terrible. And I think his kids did it. But anyway, I bought a couple things, and I have her name off something I bought. So I try to remember people like that. And so those are going to the craft fair with me. And pulling this big thing out, I am so happy. I went out, when I went to pick my business cards up, I wanted to get a crate because I was watching Shannon Talks Yarn, Shannon Makes. She's wonderful. And she just put on a very successful craft show in her hometown and had a booth at it and did very well. And she had said, you know, even if it's your first time or whatever, and this is about my 6th show, she said, you know, don't go halfway on things. And, you know, I try to be fairly frugal about what I do. But the one thing I decided I wanted was a crate. And I found this one at Hobby Lobby on sale. Because, you know, I think it's a little smaller than the ones that aren't painted or anything, just raw wood. They usually run like 13 or something, and maybe I could have had a coupon, but this one was, I think this was, yeah, $11. And it's kind of pretty, so I grabbed it. And in it right now, I have my last few dribs and drabs I've made that I wanted to share. Did I show you? Oh no, he's in here. We'll start with the big one. Oh, look, my cow. I guess I did have the cherries in here. I made this cow. This is a Yarn Inspirations pattern, acrylic. Oh, I think I did. Oh, I showed you this in bits and pieces. She's all done now. And I'm actually pretty happy with her. But if I made her again, I would definitely use better acrylic, probably a smaller hook. But all in all, it's good. But it takes a while. 2 pieces sewn together on the ears, the head's a piece, the ears are 2 pieces, all 4 legs have to be sewn on, and then each of these spots are sewn on, and the tail. So she was what we call a labor of love. Then I decided to make some turtles, and oh my gosh, these little guys are the most satisfying things in the world. If you like doing amigurumi, I would say give them a try if you haven't. These little legs, which do look like well, some sort of dumpling or something. Anyway, they're really easy, really easy to do, very satisfying. So I really enjoyed making this. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember who I got this pattern from, but I'll try to revisit that on another show, episode, video. Anyway, this is the first one I made, and I used this pale color. I wouldn't do this again because the head is stark. So I gave him a little implant surgery. He looks cute, but it does look like implants. Anyway, oh, and I have to tell you about all this yarn. That's from my mini yarn haul. So I made him, and then I made this little guy. Isn't he cute? And it's the cozy Buckeye, or the Buckeye who does the smirk. So I saw her doing that, and I thought, oh, I like the smirk. Oh, and I put tails on him. That wasn't on the pattern either. And I thought tails are cute. I don't know if sea turtles have them, but mine do. And these 2 are the same. Interesting enough, on one of them, and I can't tell which, I had an Ogo in earth tones, and one of these is the Ogo, like beige tan color I was using, and I ran out. And I had gone, just hopping ahead a little bit here, dig, 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 dig. Oh dear. I bought one of these yarn bees from, what do you call it? Hobby Lobby in a tan color. And I just started using that. Oh my gosh. You can't tell the difference. I mean, I'm not going to say it was perfect, but I mean, I couldn't tell the difference. Here it is. Light gray. It's really beautiful. It's a little light on the camera, but that's okay. But this, oh, matched it perfectly. Did I luck out? Because on my first little guy, I ran out on his foot. That's why he was in those colors, because that's kind of all I had to work with at that moment. So I made 3 turtles, the cow, and I've always wanted to make a manta ray. And this was from Quantum Crochet. Oh, this guy wrote an awesome pattern. So easy, literally. You make this, you sew them together, you slap some eyes on, and that's it. I mean, oh, and the tail. He had the tail. I added the little, I don't know what these are, and I kept his mouth a little open. It doesn't go back far. And then I sewed it, but you can't tell. I sewed it, so the stuffing, because I like them stuffed. But isn't he beautiful? And this blue, I got on the cheap at my secondhand store. And ever since I got it, I thought, oh, that's Sea Creature blue for sure. And I tried putting the white little marks on them. I didn't like it. This blue is beautiful all by itself. So anyway, I might keep him for myself, but I'm going to try to make one more tonight, just so I have one for the sale. And then, you know how I had my baskets with the flowers in them? So I had this one basket with a lid, and it has a round bottom. The other ones stand perfectly. They have nice flat bottoms, but this one doesn't. It's a Weebles Wobble, but it won't fall down. It kind of does fall down. But as soon as I saw it, all I could think of out of the basket. So I found just an awesome little pattern for this little tiny snake. And he is stuffed a little bit, but look, I made him just so he can fit right in there. I'm not selling him, he's mine. But I am going to look to see if I can either buy some baskets, or I might have to try to crochet some baskets. And look at that. Is that not just the niftiest little thing in the world? So that's mine. I'm putting that on the mine shelf right now. Let me pop these guys back into their travel box. I'm going to pack them up better than that for the ride, because it might be a little wet in the morning, I'm thinking. But I'm really happy with those makes. I had a lot of fun putting them together. Now you might ask, wow, where'd you get all that yarn from? Well, the other day I went and picked up my business cards and stickers, and I swung into Hobby Lobby because they're having their 30% off sale. And you know, I kind of lied the other day because I said, oh, what is it, another 50 cents off? So no, it wasn't. It was better than that. So these Cozy Occasion yarns are $5.99 regularly. They usually have their price right on there. And it's 101 yards, which is okay. It's not a huge amount, but it's okay. But I ended up paying, I think, $4.25 for them. I didn't bring in the receipt, but I looked at it, and you know what I did? I checked out, I gone to my car, I looked at the receipt, and I was like, huh. I did my other errands, and I went back and I bought more yarn. I have no shame. And so anyway, so I got the light gray, which is just lovely. Then, oh yeah, I got a bag. I had to pay for the bag though. It wasn't much. I got this yummy little color. Oh, I got something in mind for this. This is called Back to School. And I'll tell you, I had gotten some of this Hobby Lobby yarn from my used store, and I liked it. But I don't know if it's the absolute best. I mean, it'll do for me for now, but it's not really the softest, but it's nice, and it has great texture. It's inexpensive, and they have okay colors. I thought they had a lot more, but there's just a whole wall, but it wasn't all this. But it has some good colors, so I'm going to stick with it for now. Isn't this a pretty color? This one is called Mulberry It Over. Okay, I'm gonna mulberry it over. And then I got this lovely little pink called Soft Pink. Very nice. I got three more white and a black. The white's mostly for the sea creatures, I'm thinking. And this is this and a little bit of this. Excuse me. Oh, this and this is what's left of my Ogo. I used the tan up on the turtles. And this is that really bright one that I didn't really quite care for on the first turtle I made. So that I was very pleased with that, purchasing those yarns, because I found I really enjoy working with the chenille yarn. I didn't really have any experience with it up until a few weeks ago. So booyah, I'm having fun with that. Oh, and I do have one other color I'll show you. So here's a white I've been using, but this is, I believe, called Sage Green, and it's what I had one last flower to put together for the sale. So I make the little backing, and then I've put florist tape on the wire, and then I'll just like single crochet around the wire, because I want to make it as safe as I can. Oh, here's one ball of that blue. Isn't that pretty? It's kind of rough. It's thin, but it's nice, and but it's not super soft, but it fits the bill. So anyway, I got 3 of these balls, and that Stingray took a fair amount, but it was a small ball to start with. And I increased my crochet hook from Yarnology. It's the luxury hook. I love these. Oh, I love these. These are perfect for my hand. So I got myself a size K, I believe. Yes, size K, because the one I've used right now is an L. And so I treated myself to a hook. Let's see, what else have we got going on here? And I think that was it for my purchasing at the Hobby Lobby. Oh, and you know, if you have a swap shop in your town, oh, I highly recommend going there. I got the pink paper, and this is a hard board on the back for free there. You have to be a resident of the town, typically, where the swap shop is, but they're all over the place. Yeah, I got all that for free. I got a little like caboodle thing with 3 little drawers and a top thing for a desk I'm going to use. That was just sitting there ready to go. And oh, and I did go to a garage sale, and just behind me here, this green piece, I got that. It's got 2 big drawers and 2 thin drawers. I got that for $5 at a garage sale. I was really happy with that one. Something else I got there I want to show you. So, you know, when you make amigurumi and stuff, you use that polyfill. And of course, I bought a 5-pound box, which is, you know, bigger than any Thanksgiving turkey I've ever cooked. And so I was just snooping around the garage sale, and there was this Tidy Totes box with these green things in it for $1. And I thought, gee, I think I could use those. Well, these have come in so handy. I mean, literally, I think it was a week ago I went there. So I've put, this is gonna be weird, I have socks in here, because when my socks are like not savable anymore, but still have use, I use them for yarn cozies. Especially like the cotton yarn or whatever, but they really hold the yarn tight, so they can come in quite handy. And then for portability, I put a bunch of fluff in one of those bags. And there were 3 bags in there. So the third one actually has my chenille, kind of like the scraps, you know, too little for really their own project, but too big to just not try to use up. So anyway, so I thought that was quite a coup. So I'm really happy with those. And I wanted to point something out to you. A video or 2 ago, I had talked about making Christmas trees, like bobble Christmas trees, and I'm talking away about it. Well, can you see this? I've got a bobble. This isn't a very good one, but this is a little one. But that's a bobble Christmas tree, and they're great fidget toys because you can push the bobbles in. And I always sell them, and I say, you know, these are decorations that are kid friendly, and I make them in different sizes so they like stack up and all that. But you know, they can fall down and they don't break. So it was so funny though. I was talking about them, and there's one sitting right behind me. So I just wanted to show that real quick. Now let's see where I'm at with all the things I'm surrounded by today. Oh, yeah. So I made a list, like an inventory list, although I did sign up for, what's the one that takes credit cards and starts with an Square? And you can put your inventory in there with the prices. So, I mean, who's got time for that? Not right now, maybe later. But anyway, so I added it up, and I think I added up something like 65 items, and I've got about $448 worth of inventory, and that doesn't count my baskets because I can't put them all up on the table at the same time. I just don't have enough room. So I think that's pretty good because it's a 4-hour market, and I kind of started preparing for it a little later than I wanted to. We had a lot of things go on, and it just wasn't forward in my mind. But I feel real good with where I'm at, real good. Like I said, the car's all packed. I did a little practice setup just to make sure I could squeeze things on. And so I am looking forward to today. I hope it's successful. And of course, I'll share after the fact. Oh, I found one more. I bought this one. That's the turtle shells I've been making. Let's see. What's this color called? Oh, this is a weird one. It's called Down Pillow. D-O-W-N. Now, is that how you spell eiderdown? It doesn't look right, but I'm not a great speller. So anyway, but isn't that pretty? In real life, these almost look pink, but they're not pink. They just kind of pick up the I don't know, something in the spectrum. Yeah, if I put pink next to it, then it looks white. But anyway, yeah, one more. I did have fun. And then, oh, on the Ogo, I believe it is. Yeah, on the Ogo. This is back to the member who wanted to know what things cost. So I got that Ogo, which I think was complete. It had 3 colors. So if it was a 4-color, no, but $3.25 for the Ogo. And they still have them for sale online at places, anywhere from like $7 and up. So I felt pretty good about that purchase. And then lastly, I have some good news. So I had told you I wanted to make a pattern for this hat that I had designed and sold to a very nice fellow. And he had reached out to me and several months later and asked me if I'd make him a different color hat. And I said, sure, I'd love to. Oops, sorry, that's the dog. And so I have started on the pattern, which is a lot tougher than I thought it would be, but duh. And then he wanted a certain logo on it, and I looked online and it was copyrighted, so I couldn't use it. And then I couldn't find his number anywhere. And apparently I never put him in my contacts. And I mean, this is like January of this year. And I thought, oh no. So I just thought, oh, I hope he calls me. And I've never heard from him or text or whatever. And I was getting out my stuff like that I take to my craft shows. And in this book, I had a note with his name and his phone number. I was like, yes! So I texted him and said, whoopsie, my bad. I'm so sorry. Do you still want it? And he does. And he said, oh, I'll just put a pin on the hat. But yeah, I'd still like it. So I said, okay, I'll get to working on it. So anyway, that was good because I felt absolutely horrible that I, you know, just really didn't get back to him. He doesn't know why. And it's not good business to just lose your paying clients' information. So anyway, he was very gracious about it. So I'm going to hop on that when the craft fair's over. So then, just lastly, I have a couple of other yarn bands or ball bands that I found that I wanted to talk about very briefly. So along with that big black red heart, I had the brown one, and I found the band for it, and it's Yarns Brunswick, and gee, 95 cents. And it indicates it was a pound. Oh, it says 100% virgin wool. Ooh, no, it can't be. In the color ecru. Gee, I'm gonna have to look into that. I didn't think it was virgin wool. So anyway, and then another good reason to hold on to your yarn bands, right? Do as I say, not as I do. Anyway, the last one was, here's that wild yarn band. I'm not even sure if it's upside down or not. Is there any English on it? Yeah, it's called Yellow White. But this is the one where on one side it says 25% linen, 75% long staple cotton. So that must be the cotton aspect of it, because then on the other side it said acrylic, but it must just be, it's just a funny band. It's like all the information is here, there, and everywhere. But anyway, it's kind of pretty, and I love the writing. So I think that's it. I'm excited. I'm so glad I got to chat with y'all today. I'll let you know how the craft fair goes. Whatever you're making, I hope it gives you great joy. Whoever you're with, enjoy that time with all the people that you get to be with. One of the reasons I like fairs is I like people, so I'll get to do a lot of chatting, I hope. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it. If you got comments, I love to read those. And please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell. I like to put my videos out on Saturday and Tuesdays, and sometimes I throw the odd short out there just for fun too. So until next time, which will be Tuesday, have a great weekend. Bye.